Time this paper was published here, and Japan wasn't part of it, but I estimated the consumption in Japan and added that as a red dot. And as you can see, there's a very nice positive association between estimated ergo consumption and life expectancy. But as you know, it's not. This is a correlation, it's not causation. But it makes you wonder. We also looked at Parkinson's disease rates, and you see that the higher the level of estimated ergothioneine, had the lower levels of this disease, and the same thing with Parkinson's disease. The other was Parkinson's, and this is Alzheimer's. Again, this doesn't prove anything. In fact, the first time I showed this to my colleagues, they laughed at me. And but they're not laughing anymore, I don't think. Okay, the Japanese appear to have very high life expectancy. They have low levels of Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Italians, you know, they go out and hunt them. And, but we also did glutathione because one of the co-authors in this paper was a glutathione expert, and he mentioned that this is the highest level of any food that he's ever seen as far as glutathione is concerned. So we have a mushroom that's at a high level of both of these important antioxidants. Well, this just shows levels in the normal diet, and you can see these are before we did this work, these were the highest level foods, chicken liver being the highest, and white mutton and gray oyster much, much higher. But somebody measured it in tempeh.
Mitochondria. Good evidence coming from Japanese work suggests that it could promote neurogenesis and the action of neurotrophic factors. It also seems to be metabolized in mitochondria to make hydrogen sulfide, which may account for some of its effects, but I really doubt it accounts for many of them. And then we talked about autophagy yesterday. Some papers are suggesting that it promotes autophagy and inhibits ferroptosis. So it seems to have multiple mechanisms of protection. So if we had an agent that protects neuronal health and promotes neurogenesis, this in fact would be a remarkable agent to protect against the development of age-related cognitive impairment. Now, the real test of whether any nutrient does anything in humans is a double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial. And several years ago, we obtained funding to set up exactly such a trial. And if you're below that, your risk of age-related diseases, Parkinson's, cognitive impairment, Alzheimer's disease, and vascular dementia is significantly increased. There's also another thing on there, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, macular degeneration. Macular degeneration is a leading cause of blindness, and subjects with macular degeneration also have low ergothioneine.
Don't eat mushrooms, or very few. So where are they getting it? And so my hypothesis was they must be getting it from, you must be getting it from the soil. And there are fungi in the soil which produce it, like with mushrooms. You have the mycelium in the soil or in the substrate that's passed to the mushrooms, and this shows that it's a very high level that goes to humans. And green plants, they're photosynthesizing, they're taking in carbon dioxide, giving off oxygen, and they're sending chemicals down to the roots down here, and there are fungi associated with the roots called arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi, which have an intimate relationship with roots. They can't, these fungi can't grow only in the presence of the roots. There's a symbiotic relationship.